Hey friends, Sean from SGT Report here. Thank you so very much for tuning in for this important news update. Guys, before we begin, I just want to let you know about a great website, redpillliving.com/SGT. Now, redpillliving.com is a site by Patriots for Patriots, so if you want to support us, check out redpillliving.com/SGT. Free shipping on orders of $45 or more, and it's the best place to get liposomal vitamin C, D3, B12, and they even have colloidal silver super concentrate, and it's on sale, guys. Check this out. You can get super concentrate colloidal silver on sale right now for nearly half off. That's redpillliving.com/SGT. I will leave a link below this video. Well, friends, I tweeted this afternoon. It's funny, I was at the gym working out and I ran into a friend there and we talked about Antifa, the protests and the riots, and I told him that many of the Antifa left people are gripped by an Antichrist spirit. Then I got home and saw this in my Twitter feed.
I'm going to record you. I'm going to record him.
It's for you to be born again. If you want the world to be a better place, start with yourself. Give your life to Jesus. Give your life to Jesus. You can preach the gospel to more people.
You are not with us. Go talk to them. Please leave us alone. Please leave us alone. Please leave us alone.
I have me one more time. I'll up. Freely I give. Follow us. I'm not even. You're following me.
You don't stand with us. You do not stand with us.
Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.
Guys, it's just never been more clear. The spirit of the Antichrist has really gripped the left. Look, abortion on demand aside, these people just basically hate Jesus. And frankly, they hate truth, Veritas. Now, speaking of Veritas, what's up with the masks? 32 states and Puerto Rico are now requiring that masks be worn in public spaces, including restaurants, big box stores, pretty much anywhere people gather. And many authoritarians with badges just love it. Now, this young man in Florida was issued a $110 ticket for lowering his mask outside while talking to his mom on the phone.
But even outside, like I just literally had it over my mouth like this.
This is the thing, dude. So you understand. You gotta wear it properly. Everyone else is wearing it properly. We're wearing it properly. Doing this does not help anybody. You're still
I'm on the phone as you talk. And I'm outside and I was on the phone.
The problem is, this is the thing, dude. So you understand. You have to wear it properly. If you're not wearing it properly, it's not like you're wearing it at all.
What am I signing here?
It's a civil citation.
Okay, can I not sign it? I don't really want to.
Okay.
You don't want to not sign it, bro. That's
this is the thing, man. It's $110.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
You can dispute it in court.
Let me finish. It's $110, but you don't have to necessarily pay $110. You can call, you can do community service, you can do a different thing in order to supplement for it.
You don't
so I would suggest you take it. If you don't take it, I don't want to arrest you.
You're going to arrest me for
not
signing
the civil citation.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man. Dude, what year is this?
This tattletale society is so pathetic.
We're just enforcing what was said, okay?
Well, you guys are in plain clothes too. That's kind of like a sneaky trick too. Now you gotta go.
But the thing is, if they're in uniform, they will do what they're supposed to do. But they're not doing what they're supposed to do. We're not in uniform, so you have to do how you're supposed to do.
Think of it like this. You think people drive normally when there's a police car around?
Well,
exactly.
It's the same thing. You should be doing it at all times. There's no excuse.
All right, guys. Have a good one. You know, try to ease up a little bit on people. You know, I literally.
You might want to turn off the recording on your phone.
I literally was talking to my mom.
Unfortunately, that's the rules, man. There's nothing we can do about it.
All right.
Unfortunately, that's the rules, man. There's nothing we can do about it. And these slime balls were essentially undercover, combing the streets for evil mask miswearers so they could issue $110 citations. And the slippery slope into despotism continues, despite the actual science of mask wearing, which has proven it's not only ineffective, it's downright unhealthy. But what's worse, and probably what the despots want, mask wearing may be causing diagnostic tests to read false positive for COVID, as John Rappaport explains in this article. Suppose one of the most intense safety practices, wearing a mask, actually inflates the number of COVID diagnoses. Needless to say, it would be a bombshell. Suppose PCR and antibody tests turn out false positive results because people are wearing masks every day. How's that possible? Actually, it's quite simple. A person wearing a mask is breathing in his own germs all day long. He breathes them out as he should, but then he breathes them back in. It seems evident that this unnatural process would increase the number and variety of germs circulating and replicating in his body, even creating active infection. In other words, masks would promote the number of so-called COVID cases. This would, of course, have alarming consequences. Guys, I'm not going to read the whole article, but this entire charade is having alarming consequences. For the economy, for people's health, both physical and mental, it's absolutely outrageous. But none of that bothers more than half of the U.S. population, according to a Politico Morning Consult poll. 53% of registered voters who participated in this survey strongly supported statewide mask mandates that would fine or even jail individuals who refuse to wear a mask to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Now, where do you think these people will stand when a mandatory vaccine is rolled out? Meanwhile, Edward Snowden is warning us governments around the world are exploiting the pandemic to monitor their citizens like never before, as we hurtle toward an authoritarian type of existence. And where is the resistance? As Ben Bartee for Activist Post writes in his article, The Anti-Authoritarian's Dilemma, bullies prevail because standing up to them takes a moral courage that few possess. Defying illegitimate and inhumane social norms enshrined in both written and unwritten law is by definition illegal and dangerous. Even just exposing, let alone resisting, the crimes of illegitimate authority can cost the anti-authoritarian his or her life. At the very least, derision, mockery, scorn, and ostracization come with the territory. Such is the anti-authoritarian resistance fighters' cross to bear. Friends, this is all our cross to bear, and we better damn well start screaming from the rooftops. If you haven't talked to your county sheriff yet, do, because that's the answer to all of this tyrannical authoritarianism. A sheriff that will obey and put the Constitution first. My friends over at CSPOA can certainly help you in that department if you have a sheriff who does not obey the Constitution. Check out cspoa.org. But it's not all gloom and doom today, friends. I'm very happy to report that hundreds of pedophiles have been charged in the takedown of one of the largest child pornography websites in the world. South Korean, national, and hundreds of others charged worldwide in the takedown of the largest darknet child porn website. And get this, dozens of minor victims who were being actively abused by site users were rescued. Jung-woo Sun, 23, a South Korean national, was indicted by a federal grand jury in the District of Columbia for his operation of Welcome to Video, the largest child sexual exploitation market by volume of content. The 9-count indictment was unsealed today, along with a parallel civil forfeiture action. This is our president and the administration targeting human traffickers. Anybody who claims it's not happening and that this president and this administration doesn't actually want to put an end to sex trafficking of children, you're not paying attention or you're purposefully lying. And finally, guys, all of these news items and articles I've shared here today, guys, can be found at sgtreport.com, which is probably why Google has decided to blacklist sgtreport.com and thephaser.com from its search results. Go ahead, try it yourself. If you search for SGT Report, the returns from Google will include our Twitter page, YouTube page, and down here, the Facebook page, but not the popular 10-year-old website sgtreport.com, the antidote to corporate propaganda. Now, this has been the case for many months, but now Google has targeted other conservative websites with the same blacklist ghosting tactic. This from thefederalist.com. Google appeared to test its ability to blacklist conservative media Tuesday from its monopolized search engine, which garners at least 3.5 billion online searches every day, making up 94% of the Internet's search share. Websites targeted, according to Newsbusters, which itself was temporarily deplatformed, include the Washington Free Beacon, The Blaze, Town Hall, The Daily Wire, PragerU, Breitbart, and more. And friends, as I just stated, this has been going on in the case of SGT Report and the Phaser for a very long time. Now, incidentally, when using Bing, if you type in SGT Report, the first result is a link to the website sgtreport.com. So I'd highly recommend people start using Bing, stop using Google. But if you're going to use Google, type in sgtreport.com into the search bar itself and visit us directly, because Google doesn't want you to. They don't want you reading the kind of information I've shared here in this video. It's where you'll find real news, like what I've just shared with you here, 24/7. The antidote to corporate propaganda and Mockingbird mainstream media lies. A very special thank you to our patrons who are keeping us in this fight for truth. And well wishes and God's blessings to all of you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great week ahead. Bye-bye.
So these things are being set up to provide a service for evil people that want to see children tortured and raped and murdered. And if there weren't wealthy people paying for this, these criminals wouldn't be going to all this trouble to provide it for them.